It's day 3 of the test match between Sri Lanka and New Zealand, the second test, DFCC Bank Cup, powered by Yamaha. We are at the Sara Oval in Colombo. Welcome to the highlights with Sri Lanka 144 for 6 batting overnight. We've only had about 66 overs of play so far. Karunaratne made 65, Kusal Mendis 32, but it'll all come down to Dhananjaya De Silva, who's not out on 32, and what he can do with the tail to give Sri Lanka some respectability. New Zealand have been good, the 5 bowlers used so far. Bolt and Saudi a couple each, de Grandhomme doing his bit with a wicket, Somerville with 1, and Ayaz Patel still to get into the game as he would like. Bit of wear and tear, even though we have not had much play. Even the sun hasn't been shining down, but you can see the footmarks have created a bit of rough the bowlers will look to bowl into, and which will increase as the day goes on. But still looks good. It still should be good for batting, and runs should be on offer. So New Zealand looking to wrap up this Sri Lankan innings fast. Let's see what Dhananjaya De Silva has to say about that. For now, let's join our commentators.
That's gone down for 4. Those are the first runs for Sri Lanka. He set him up quite beautifully with 2 short deliveries, and then the one that's gone full.
All these little tactics that you see from the captain or the bowler is to upset your footwork. And so putting a short leg in there, just letting the batsman know that there's another short ball coming at you, and he
runs. Will be the 150, and the outfield I think has quickened up a bit, so that raises the way to the boundary. Dhananjaya De Silva opens his account this morning.
Beautifully struck. This is what I mean. Dominating shot from the right-hander, looking a lot more proactive today. Played that cut shot gloriously. That's the in fact the third for this morning. He's off to a great start here on 49. Timing, that is outstanding from the right-hander. A little bit of flight, not fired in, yet he finds the middle of the bat and gets it through at pace.
A single. The tendency would be here. He has always looked, and that's his 50. In fact, Dhananjaya De Silva. Oh, that has to be close, yes. He was playing for some turn. It was pitched up a bit, hurried, thinking of a review, I think. Having a chat, yes, he's reviewed it.
Okay, pitching in line, impact in line. Stumps umpire's call. I'm going to go back to Bruce on field. I'll tell you when you're on screen, Bruce. You're on screen now. Please stay with your original decision.
.171 for 7. So Dilruwan Pereira has been sent on his way. On the back foot, just rushing onto him a bit more. Just clipping the top. It's an umpire's call. So New Zealand have got their breakthrough this morning.
They were cribbing. Why doesn't he have that straight ball? Will just deliver to get rid of Pereira for 13. 171 for 7.
Controls it nicely. Has he got the gap? Yes, he has. So the runs keep flowing. Something Sri Lanka failed to do in the first 2 days. Lovely hit. 1 bounce for Dhananjaya De Silva, playing it nicely.
Timed it really well. And there's a big gap out there at the mid-wicket boundary. Tim Southee's going to stay out there now because I think Kane Williamson senses that Sri Lanka are trying to increase the run rate. It's a very safe shot. There's no one out there.
At least a couple. Jitraval has a long chase.
Well, we'll see the ball going across the outfield then, Russ. And yes, it's only the first innings, but the New Zealand bowlers have bowled every day so far in this test. So even though they haven't got through a big workload, Trent Boult just into his 18th over.
They're having a look at this. Takes it on. Will Somerville, not tall enough. Just over his head. Goes for 6. Lanka being positive.
Just over the fielder's head. Somehow survived, Lakma. He's hurt again.
He's got another one on the arm. This one's come off the edge of the bat. And then I think into that shoulder or bicep area again on the right arm. Himself in a fairly awkward position. Off the thumb or the edge and then into that right shoulder.
This time is gone. I think he's got to go. He's looking at the glove. Finger is raised. Watling picks up the catch. So this was very much on the cards. He made them toil hard for his scalp, but in the end it has worked for New Zealand.
That's a terrific catch from BJ Watling. Add another one to the list of his catches in this innings. Good angle, good aggression from Tim Southee. Very similar position. BJ Watling wrong-footed because of the angle of the ball. 5 catches now for Watling in this innings. Another wicket for Tim Southee. He gets his 3rd. And Lucknow goes for 10, 214 for 8.
That's top edge and gone again for 6. It's good batting because you need to just amp it up a little now. He's on 90.
Oh, that has flown all the way. Quite fine as well. Got 4. Down through, straight past Tim Southee at second slip. So moves to 94.
Yeah, got an awkward bounce. He's not happy, Tim Southee. Just when New Zealand are looking to put a bit of pressure on the right-hander, now that he's in his 90s, edge has flown past the second slip fielder on the bounce, and an awkward bounce. Out. Is it out? It is. Leg before wicket.
Yeah, crashing into leg stump. This one looked like a little bit of shape back in. Does he want to take it? I think they will.
Okay, pitching is in line, impact is in line, and stumps is hitting. So we'll go back to Michael on field. Michael, please stay with your original decision. You're on screen now.
It looked out straight away. Tim Southee has picked up another wicket. Good shape into the stumps. Just missed the line completely. They've gone on to hit the leg stump. So it was all over for Lasith Dunia. He's gone early. But not 224 for 9. Big shot down the ground. That is beautifully played. Oh, and even more magical was the fielder there. I think it's Ijaz again. What's wrong with him?
Great dive. Strike. Perfectly straight from Dhananjaya. Yeah, 4. It was good from Ajaz Patel. He just got up and signaled 4. He knew it had hit the advertising triangle. There's actually no need to check this because Ajaz Patel signaled 4.
On 98 now, Dhananjaya. Big shot slice, 4 and 100 for Dhananjaya. Fabulous innings. Sri Lanka needed a big knock today, and he's given them that wonderful platform with a scintillating century.
Yeah, well appreciated too by his teammates. A terrific innings under pressure.
Oh, that was a full toss. A free banger?
Bad ball. Bad ball.
Easy.
Easy for a man on 104 not out, and that took him to 108. Searching a little bit there, Trent Bolt, and it's full, it's wide. And he's just punched it.
Got him. Wild hoik from Dhananjaya De Silva. But I guess what the captain wanted, because I'm pretty sure he said 10 minutes more, and that's why this shot came out of Dhananjaya De Silva. Batted brilliantly. So no five for Southie, because Bolt cleans them up. The slow ball, isn't it?
120 kilometres that one there from Trent Bolt. It's a knuckle ball. He bowled it in the previous over, and really good seam presentation. And a big hoy to the leg side.
It seemed very unlikely until Dhananjaya De Silva dug himself in to score 100. 109 contributions from Dilruwan Pereira and Lakmal helped him get Sri Lanka to 244. Karunaratne 65 at the top.
Well, it's gone early in the piece. Not been able to read the off spin of Dilruwan Pereira, and it's early dots for New Zealand. They lose their opener.
Look at that. Look at it go up and then dip. Hit the new seam straight off the edge of Jeet Raval's bat. So comfortable that is for Dhananjaya. He's having a good game. Picks up the catch. And New Zealand lose one straight away. Raval without scoring, 1 for 1.
That's gone. Picked up the length very quickly, Williamson. Shorter in length, use the box. There's his pet shot. Signature shot. Gets him a 4.
Hit that to Tom Latham. Too easy. Short and quickly pouncing onto that Latham. 2 boundaries in a row for New Zealand.
A little shorter in length, and look at where that back foot was in relation to the stump. So he sized it up very quickly.
Through to the keeper. He's a very stocky guy, quite well built. Bad seam presentation, just dragging Kane Williamson outside off stump.
I think the keeper was quite convinced. This will confirm that there is no edge, but it was a good delivery. This time he's glided it, or guided it, I should say, to the man at slip. And Kane Williamson, the man we've been talking about, the one that the Kiwis were expecting will come good here.
Good catch by Mendes. Kane Williamson just opening the face of his bat. He's been successful doing it this morning, picking the gap between slip and gully. But on this occasion, he picks out Mendes at slip. He took it cleanly, and disappointment by Kane Williamson. And Mara, he gets on the board with his first wicket. Williamson departs for 20. New Zealand, 34 for 2.
Oh, lovely shot. Everything good about that. The use of the feet. Watched it all the way, Ross Taylor.
You can see he's in that position, Ross Taylor, where he wants to try and attack. He wants to come down the crease.
Lovely. Once again, Ross Taylor. Earlier straight down the ground, this time through the covers.
He's looking settled, isn't he now, Ross Taylor? Giving him this opportunity, Sri Lanka, to get set at the crease. He's done that. Now finding gaps. Timing on that occasion.
gloriously driven through the offside. What a smack that is. 50 partnership is raised as a result of that classical cover drive. I mean, his balance was so good, a flawless drive. This little bit of flight and was on top of it.
Taken. Lassit Ambuldenia strikes. Ross Taylor has to drag himself away from the crease. For a moment, he stopped. He was deceived in the flight. He drove hard. And Sri Lanka has struck again.
Bit of a deja vu, because this happened at Gaul as well. Undone by one intelligent piece of bowling from the left arm. Maybe young, we're talking about a 22-year-old kid befuddling, hoodwinking a star, an experienced man like Ross Taylor. He leaves the crease for 23, 3 down for 84, ends it.
What about that for timing? What a magnificent shot that was. I don't think Suranga Lakmal thought that that ball will race away to the boundary as quickly as that. The timing was brilliant.
Is able to generate a lot of pace because his body weight was behind that drive. Then the feet, and then a sweep, and a 4, and a 50. Eye-catching knock. Gets appreciation from his mates.
That's poor from Pereira, not from Latham.
Quick to assess the length, jumping onto the back foot. He played a nice shot early on in his innings for 4 as well. A very similar shot. And this one here, you'll see wide of the crease. He assesses the length quick, and there's a big gap out there.
Taken. Dilruwan Pereira strikes again. It's the combination of Dhananjay De Silva and Dilruwan Pereira. Beautiful drift, drawing the batsman forward, and just enough turn to find the outside edge.
Lovely bowling, so similar to Jeet Raval. Nichols just pushing out at it. Wasn't there, wasn't looking to defend it. Just pushing out, a little bit of turn. Not as much bounce, but comfortable for Dhananjay De Silva. Nichols goes for 15, 126 for 4 now.
Pulls again. Quick to get on the back foot, Tom Latham.
That's the 3rd time we've seen that this innings.
Yeah, that's beautifully done. Misfield from Angelo Matthews, but you've got to give it to the batsman for playing a classy cover drive.
So opens up the shoulders. Watch the back foot slide away there. Opens up those shoulders, opens up that offside. Keeps that elbow nice and high. Lovely display of cover drive.
That's into the gap. This is it. I think he's got it. That's a special 100. It is fantastic batting in trying circumstances. On a tough pitch, he's got a brilliant 100. There's the sweep shot. It's gone fine. It'll be a 4. So the fun continues for Latham. He has swept beautifully right throughout this innings, and here's another good example of it.
Well, as expected, I think the umpires have decided that the first reading they did take, which they follow, indicates that they cannot go on for too long. So Sri Lanka will be pleased and relieved that play has been called off at 196 for 4.
Sri Lanka's 244 now within striking distance for New Zealand as they've reached 196 for 4. Tom Latham the key, who's not out on 111. New Zealand are behind by 48 runs.